What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And the market and the environment for the car market is moving exceptionally fast. Banks are pulling out, and major dealerships are being repoed. Not customers, dealers. Guys, before we get into today's video, I got to talk about the sponsors here at the channel. Let me get my camera situated. And that is Morgan & Morgan Attorneys at Law. If you're looking for a personal injury attorney, you will find none larger than Morgan & Morgan, handling over 20 million phone calls in 2023 alone. When they put on the billboard that size matters, they mean it. When they go head to head with these massive insurance companies, they have the backing and the pockets to do it. You can get started in 8 clicks or less from any smartphone by going to forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. Again, that's going to be forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. And I appreciate them for allowing me to do what I do. So getting into the video portion, I saw a comment, right? And I was like, let me just do some research and see if there'd been any massive influx at the auction. And I reached around to different corporate dealers, people that I know that work at massive auto groups around the country. And I saw this comment we're going to put right here. So that comment literally said, I saw a ton of Challengers and Chargers on this lot a week ago, and now everything's gone. That is called a repossession. As these Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships keep messing around, well, for lack of a better word, I'm trying to be better with it because I don't want these videos to be depressed. I want them to be able to be shared so that people can get the information and understand that there probably will be some insane deals out there in the next 30 to 60 days. When you mess around, you find out. That's the best way for me to put it, right? So evidently, more than one Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealership got so far stacked on their floor plan that your floor plan company can audit you at any time. And that's when you have to send photos, pictures with the cars, with the VIN, the invoices, paperwork. It's a little different for used cars like I normally purchase, and new cars coming from, say, Dodge, right, or Stellantis. Well, two, and they're not Auto Nations or Napleton size groups, but 2 auto groups had a dealership individual each get nailed. And basically they got audited. Floor plan didn't like what they saw or what was going on, and they called it in. They repossessed every single vehicle. Now, what happens when a floor plan company, like Capital One or insert company here, that does your floor plan comes in and takes all your inventory? Well, the first thing the floor plan company is going to do is they're going to try to get another dealer to get those from them at invoice so that they can get their money and not take a hell of a loss. They sure as hell don't want to run them through Manheim, Odessa, or any other auction unless they feel like it's an item that can make them money. And in this climate, it ain't happening. So they will try to find other dealers that use their floor plan network and offer them these vehicles, which they would normally order from Dodge anyway, and give it to them with maybe a 120-day grace period before they start paying massive interest on the cars. Dealers in that case go, well, damn, I know I don't have to move that car in 90 days before I start paying. Now I can let that sit an extra month, right? Or maybe it's 120 days plus their 90-day grace period. They know that they can let those cars sit and they can negotiate harder deals as a dealer on that inventory that they're going to get from the floor plan company. Now, does this happen all the time? For used car dealers, yeah. New car dealers, It is a massive red flag for the market when you start seeing new car dealerships getting basically repoed. That's not good. And you look, the market has been crap for a while. I have another video I got to talk to you guys about stuff that's going on in Tesla. I got friends in Texas that just got laid off. I got other friends that just started working out there. And the market is rapidly changing. And I mean fast. And a lot of it has to do with the banks. We talked about this here, day before yesterday or yesterday, depending on when you're seeing this video, with Wells Fargo no longer accepting deals from car dealers for MSRP. They're like, F you, we're not taking it. We're not taking MSRP deals because the cars aren't worth what you're saying they are. And the market is dictating that. We're seeing now, I'm looking on autoevolution.com every day, and there's another auction and another dealer pissed because they can't get 80, 90, 100 over on their demons. And they're still selling over sticker. They're selling 140, 145,000 at auction. Brand new. No paperwork filed or anything with Dodge. Brand new. And they can't get the money they want out of them. And they're so screwed on their floor plans. They need that 100,000 over or 80K over to pay off other cars that they sat on. You're going to see a massive collapse of dealerships. And don't get it twisted. Don't think an AutoNation or a Napleton's won't let their floor plan company come liquidate one or two of their lots. They will. If it's business, if it's money, business advantageous for Napleton's or AutoNation or whoever, they don't care. They'll let it just happen. So I thought this was interesting because I think we're going to see more of it. What does that mean? Well, if another dealer doesn't scoop these up and they do go to auction, you're going to see used car prices come down a little bit more. What I am seeing that is crazy in the market right now is I call food stamp cars, super cheap cars that are normally like $3,000, $5,000, $6,000 are holding really steady value-wise, and in some cases increasing. EVs, the bottom is coming out. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm so tempted to pick up a BMW i3 right now because I can get one with like 20,000 miles on it with a Rex, with the gas generator built into the car for like 11 grand from a BMW dealer. Like that's insane. Being that car 6 months ago was 24,000. Same car. Teslas, because Hertz has flooded the market. Crazy. You're seeing those cars 25. If you pay over 25 grand for a Model 3, you're stupid. Stupid. I don't care where you are in the country. Stupid. And if you negotiate hard with the tax credit and everything else that you have, you could get that car sub 20 grand. That's an insane deal right now. If you're into EVs. I don't even care. So I thought it was interesting. And I'm looking at some of the other stuff that Jamie Dimon said on Friday, talking about if the Fed raises interest rates more, it's going to be hard. Wells Fargo is kind of screwed. And I think that's why they're also backing out of the car market the way they are, because they've already been capped for a lot of the illegal behavior they got into a couple years before. So I think they're at a $2 trillion cap. And I think the Treasury is about to remove that, but they're still so burdened by all this bad paper with these car loans that they got to make a move. And Chase is doing the same thing. I mean, Jamie Dimon specifically mentioned what is going on with the new car market right now in EVs in the United States could have a more drastic effect than the housing market did in 2008 if some things don't rapidly change in a short order. That is a massive wake-up call. All right. Now you don't have to be a finance guy like me or invest money or do any of that, but it will affect you. If you're my age and you lived around the 2008 term and you were an adult, you knew how much it sucked, right? It sucked heavily. And inflation sucks now. But if you think you're going to be able to buy a new car and the bottom completely falls out from this market, you're screwed. And yeah, you could buy one now. You could go through a Santander or one of these other subprime lenders that'll give you a 15 to 20% interest rate, even though you're tier one credit. But that's a sucker move. Who pays credit card rates on cars? Not a good look. Anyways, I thought it was an informative video. I wanted to give you guys a heads up because if they're repoing dealers now, if floor plan companies are repoing dealers and taking inventory, oh, it's about to look really bad for these Stellantis dealerships, man. Really bad.